everyone, thank you for watching this tech tutorial. Today's topic is going to be how to learn a new language with Pronunciator. All right, so before we get started, I just wanted to quickly cover what we're going to be discussing during this tech tutorial. So we'll be talking about what exactly Pronunciator offers, so what the program is, how you access it, and then we'll also be walking through how to create an account, and then we'll explore some of the different courses and languages that are available on Pronunciator. If you haven't tried out Pronunciator, it's a great online language learning program. It has 164 languages that are available within the program, and specifically it has American Sign Language and ESL options as well. You can actually personalize the courses based on your occupation or what you want to learn specifically. And best of all, it is free with your library card. All right, so we're going to be walking through this from the library website, but I just wanted to pull up some directions for you guys. If you're trying to access Pronunciator, we're basically going to go to the library website. There should be a link for digital resources on the left side of the page, and then we'll click on the Pronunciator button that's available. So let me go through those steps with you here. All right, so I have my browser pulled up here, so we're just going to go to cedarhilllibrary.org. All right, and now I have the main page of the library pulled up. There's actually two ways that you can access Pronunciator. We created this handy little button right here in the middle of the page that you can click on, and that will take you directly to the program. Or you can click on digital resources here on the left, and this will show you all of the different virtual library resources we have available. And then there's a Pronunciator button right here at the bottom. All right, so the first time that you get in, you can either do the instant access, which just lets you kind of explore the program without having an account, or you can register for an account. So I would recommend, if you are planning on trying to learn a language and try to keep up with it, where you're accessing every week or something like that, the best thing to do in that case is to register for an account. That way it saves your progress. You can see what you've done so far and go back into the courses. So I'll just go ahead and show you what that looks like. You'll basically put your email and create a password, and it'll send you a little email to verify. I actually already have an account, so I'll be just using the one that I use. All right, so we'll just go ahead and click Launch Pronunciator. All right, and so now I'm in the main page here. It tells me what I was working on last. So you can see I was opening up some different things in Spanish, and then up at the top here, it asks me what I want to learn. So you'll just put in whatever language you're most familiar with here that you speak. So I speak English, and then I want to learn another language. So I can see here, once I click on that button, it's going to show me all the different languages that are available. And you can see it's pretty thorough. There's a lot of languages that you won't see on a lot of other types of learning programs, so that part is really nice. All right, and if you see a language that you want to try out, you can always click on that language. So for example, if let's say I want to try out French, I can click on that, and then it's going to give me some options on what I can do. So there are daily lessons, which basically just shows you based on your skill level, kind of a calendar, and then gives you a small chunk of a lesson. You kind of just keep up with it every day. If you're not interested in that, you can do the main course, which has basically everything available. You just kind of start at where you're at. So if you're a beginner, you kind of just start with the vocab and kind of keep going from there. You could also even personalize a course. So I like this feature just because it has some different options. So let's say I want to create a personalized course. I can either choose it by the topics that interest me. Let's just say I want to learn words or vocabulary specifically with family. I can click on this. I can choose some other things here too. And then once you've chosen about 5, then it will have this little next button here that you can click on, and it'll create that course for you. So I can put my preferences here, and bam, now I have my personalized course just available here that I can just go into. It has all of the different topics and things that are most important to me. I also wanted to talk about these learning guides. So the learning guides, you'll see this on some of the more popular languages that a lot of people are interested in. So you can click this, and these have actual courses that are structured. It's only 8 weeks long. and they are very specific. So if you're planning on traveling there, you could do like the 8-week travel prep. So I really like this because I think they're so like tailored and you don't have to do anything extra on your end to like personalize that. It's just pre-made for you. So you can just choose that. So for me, I think those travel ones are really nice, especially if you're planning on going on a trip soon. This is just going to give you the basics of what you need to know, and you can just work on that. They also added recently this COVID-19 essential phrases, which is great, especially if you work in kind of like the service industry or healthcare or something like that, where you're probably going to be asking these kinds of questions a lot. This is a good one to take a look at. So that's what it is specifically in French. I wanted to show you a couple other languages, like some of the more popular ones, like let's say Spanish. For Spanish, you can actually choose what kind of country you're more interested in. So let's say if you're making a trip down to Latin America, their Spanish is a little different compared to in Mexico or in Spain. So you can get that kind of customized for that. So that's really nice. And then I just want to take a look here at some of the learning guides. I'm going to do the 8-week travel prep.
Welcome to the 8-week travel prep course.
All right, so you can see there's a lot of audio here. You can always pause that or skip that if you need to. I just wanted to kind of show what this course format looks like, just so you have an idea before you get started. So there's always an intro that kind of tells you what to expect, and then it just goes straight into some of those essential words that you'll want to know.
Buenos días. Buenas tardes.
All right, so this is just the listening aspect here. And so after you actually learn the different words through the vocabulary, there's even a flashcard.
El vino está bueno.
So you can, try to remember the phrases that you've learned. If you know it or not, you can use these smiley faces to kind of tell the program. That way it can re-quiz you on this over again later on. So let me go back a bit because I do want to show you some different aspects of the courses that you can expect. So I'll just go into the main course here just so that we can look at this. All right, so in the main course, you're going to notice that there is a couple of different options that you have that aren't really seen when you have it personalized or in that in the learning guides. This has basically all of the options when you're doing the main course. So for example, the pronunciation analysis, it will actually have you repeat what the word is, and then it'll listen to you and give you a score. So we can try that out real quick.
Hola.
Hola. And you can see I'm not very good at this, but I'm sure with practice you could get better at that. So we're going to go into some of the different parts here. So there's conversation, and that'll just let you practice. And then there's even writing here.
Hola.
So using the actual letters to be able to type what the different vocab terms were. So that'd be very important if you wanted to do that aspect, reading and writing. There are some quizzes over here. And there are also videos as well. So if you need to, instead of getting just if you want to see kind of how their mouth moves as they're speaking and like kind of how that conversation looks like, this is a great way to try that out.
Hola.
While we're in this main course, I do want to show some of the options that are on the top right here in this little menu. So you can log out, search for specific things. My stats, this is going to show you what your scores are, any quizzes or things that you took. You can export that as well. And there's the help button. You can adjust your settings here. So if you need them to repeat phrase more often, you can do that. You can adjust your volume, and then of course go back to the home page or bookmark a specific thing that you're working on. All right, so I did want to show, if you are speaking another language other than English, you can always toggle this to the language that you speak. And we actually have it available where you can even learn English through this program. So let's say that your first language is Spanish, you could choose that. And then you can choose what you want to learn. So you can say that you want to learn English. And then there's courses here where you're learning just English here. So this is very useful if you're trying to pick that up. All right, the other last thing I wanted to highlight is that you can learn American Sign Language through Pronunciator. And so I'm just going to show you what that course is here. So you can go to, whatever type of course you're interested in.
Virus.
All right, and so you can see it has that same kind of components where it's showing you the term, then you do the flashcards and it's testing you, and you can even do quizzes from there. So really neat if you're just trying to learn a new language or pick up a new skill that way. All right, well, that is everything that I wanted to share with you guys about Pronunciator. Thank you for watching this recorded video. I hope that was helpful to you. If you found it helpful, make sure to give this a thumbs up and be on the lookout for any more tech tutorials that we release. We are always putting things on our YouTube channel, whether that is different programs or story times that we're doing. So be on the lookout for some great new things added in. I did want to mention that there is some helpful resources here through the Pronunciator Support page. So that link will be on the bottom in the description box as well. Thanks again.